Okie doke. So the last draft didn't go so well. If you were watching, we went 1 and 2 with a Mardu deck that where we got past Zergo, we got past a Bloodstained Mire. We've been drinking all night, so we're at least a bottle in, maybe a bottle and a half by now. Mensch was the MVP of the last draft, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you should definitely check it out. Oh yeah, welcome to the limited queue. I forgot to mention that, and now you're here. So we are in the limited queue, and you guys are accompanying me on this awesome, fantastic voyage. And I really wish I could quote Coolio right now. I just can't, the lyrics just aren't coming to mind. So I've decided that for this upcoming draft, I'm going to try to push 5 color morph. Um, and if I can't make that happen, I'll even, no matter what, even if I can make that happen or can't, I'm going to end up choosing what I'm going to call a Combi Christ card. So whenever the card comes out, we're going to open up some YouTube and we're going to put on some Combi Christ. And I know the exact song I'm going to put on. Um, Mardu Ascendancy was actually the Combi Christ card of the last draft, but I think we had one, two, three. I think we had 8 games, and it never showed up a single time. We didn't even draw it. So, in a tribute to both Combi Christ and Mardu Ascendancy, we are going to have a Combi Christ card that we're going to play some Combi Christ just as soon as we draw it. No, no, as soon as we play it. That that kind of signifies badassery, I think. So I hope that we pick something like a serious bomb that we could really just roll into Combi Christ with, just because Combi Christ, you do not F with Combi Christ. All right. So last draft, I went off on my diatribe about how we should maybe or maybe not be investing in cards. I drank a lot of wine, which explains the black teeth. I promise I don't chew chaw. That's not the reason I got black everything. Well, only from the waist down. And that's a big up prop to all of our brothers. Anyway, we're wearing a pig costume. We're on our second bottle of wine. We're going to draft some magic. Wait, I can't point that way. It's that way. Ah ha ha. Oh, cameras are funny. So, and hopefully we do better than 1 and 2. I wasn't thrilled with our draft last time. So I think the big mistake I made was trying to force tricolor off of a first pick, which is exactly the mistake I would make if I picked up Crackling Doom right here. It's just such a fun card. I don't think we're going to force tricolor. I think we're going to force 5 color. Not only am I a total freaking noob and I really enjoy rare drafting, Crackling Doom is probably the best card in this pack. We're taking Crackling Doom. Screw the world. I don't care. We're going to Crackling Doomify it. The person who's passing to us, we can see over here, has not yet chosen a card. Oh, they just did. So now we got a pack waiting for us. See, that's how I keep you guys informed and entertained. See, I have to do all this extra work and I have to point the wrong way. So to me, this is my right, but on the screen it's my left, but it's really your right. Whatever, who cares? Yeah, we're just taking Crackling Doom. What fits into that is Chief of the Edge and Debilitating Injury. But we're going to go with Chief of the Edge because it's an uncommon and people never pass this card. So we might end up in Mardu for the second time tonight. And hopefully it goes better than the first because we got our faces handed to us on a silver platter. I think it's going to be Horde Mate here. We might end up with Mardu here. And it's not on purpose. I have to kind of clear my mind. What's the best card in each pack? And that's just what I'm going to take, just because the fixing's there for us to make some moves. I think there are choices here between Throttle and Warshrieker, and I think Warshrieker, being the what has been heralded as the best common in the set by many pros, I think that's what we're going to go with. Our other option is Blossoming Sands, but Warshrieker fits into Mardu. And this is a decision. We're actually presented with a pretty rough pack here. We got Death Frenzy. If we want to go 5 colors and mean it, then this would be the card to take. Tracker is a morph. If we want to go morphs and mean it, then this would be the card to take. If we want to go 5 colors, Treasure Cruise is also possible. Jeskai Student fits into our colors. I think we're going to end up with a Windscarred Crag because it ends up with both Mardu and the 5 color scheme that we have going. I think from past experience, and if you watch my other drafts, we've seen how ridiculously strong Spell Snatcher can be. I have a hard time not picking this card when it's available, especially in the first pack. So right now I am considering some kind of 4 color morph slash Jeskai slash Mardu combination just because of this card, also because we're seeing a very late Scion of Glaciers. We're also seeing Swiftwater Cliffs. I think this tells us that Teamer's open. We're gonna go with I think we're gonna go with the Spell Snatcher here. Yep, we will. Alright, so now we're looking at 4 colors, possibly 4 color morphs. Everything but green. And Warden of the Eye fits well into that. But so does Glacial Stalker, so does Soul Road Patrol. But I think Warden of the Eye, we want to kind of cut Jeskai and make our presence known. This is a crap pack. If we're going everything but green and we get handed a Roar of the Challenge, what does that mean? It means we either take the Tormenting Voice or the Whirlwind Adept. I see us playing the Whirlwind Adept more so than the Voice. Let's go there. Let's take the land here. Everything but green. This fits into us nicely. I like foil cards, but I'm also a noob. Everything but green. A Trumpet Blast ain't bad. I'm hoping to pick up some Pony Back Riders to go with that. Also, the 5 casting cost instant white thingy that does it, or Hordeling Outburst. Howl of the Horde, I think, is underplayed, but I also Howl of the Horde is a tough. I'll tell you, if you can Howl the Horde into Treasure Cruise, that's a good freaking day. We're gonna take Howl of the Horde. Yeah, and the hope behind that is to pick up a Treasure Cruise, actually. So we did pick up a Mardu banner on purpose. Let's not hold off the draft. So we picked up a Mardu banner on purpose in case we need the fixing. So but right now we're looking at 4 color morphs, everything except green. And I don't think that's a bad option. I guess, well, you know what? We might be looking at Jeskai. The only black cards we have are Crackling Doom and Chief of the Edge, which were actually our first 2 picks. Okay, Polluted Delta, I don't care what anybody says. We're just going to rare draft it. And you know what? It's pretty helpful that this pack is total garbage otherwise. I mean, Arrowstorm's good, Swarm of Bloodflies is good, Tranquil Cove is good. But yeah, we're taking this. Thank you. Have a nice day. Maybe put it in the main. That's if you've been watching my videos, I crack very few fetches. So I'm a little bit. This is a little bit toot my horn material. I'm a little bit happy about that. Yep. I do have the hiccups because this is our second glass of wine. And looking at a possible Jeskai deck, there are a lot of possibilities here. We have Dragon Eye Servants. We have Horde Chief. I think that we're going to end up in Horde Chief. And I think we're going to start phasing out our Mardu options. We might just be looking at Jeskai here. We're going to keep that in mind moving forward. So let's move this over here. Let's move this that away. All of these are playable, possibly the Delta, if it's only good for blue. Ankle Shanker might put us back into Mardu. Holy smokes. Ankle Shanker is just such an aggressive, end the game, F everybody else except myself card. I can't resist not taking it. So at this point, we're looking at a splash of black. I don't think I would run Chief of the Edge. So let's sideboard that. But Ankle Shanker and possibly Crackling Doom are definitely worth the splash, I think. I think a lot of it turns down to, you know what? Polluted Delta helps us into black. Oh, yes, we are splashing black. Yes, we are. Did you see me insta-click the Jeskai Charm without even looking at anything else? Oh, did you? That's because we're taking it. Jeskai Charm is easily the pick for us here. Force Away is good. Jeskai Student is good. Jeskai Charm is great. Not only can it be a time walk with a creature on top of the library, it can also be a cantrip with a time walk and a 2-for-1 if they cast a spell. And also the last one, honestly, the 4 damage to target opponent is not so hot. It's basically an elaborate lava axe. But creatures you control gain +1/+1 and lifelink until end of turn. What a card. Let's take it. Thank you, life. Hand me something good. Considering the Bloodfell Caves to help us splash into black for our Ankle Shanker and our Crackling Doom. But the Take Up Arms is a highly sought after card. If we can pick up a Trumpet Blast with the Take Up Arms, it's very helpful. Rush of Battle is not bad, especially because it goes with Take Up Arms. But Take Up Arms is an uncommon. Rush of Battle is a common. Bloodfell Caves is a common. We're going to go with the Take Up Arms here. Hard decision between Bringlow and Tranquil Cove. And that's what was handed to us. Don't like this decision at all. We have a strong record of going 2-1, and I think it's because we make the wrong choice here. I think it's because we choose Bringlow when a lot of people don't. So we're going to go with Tranquil Cove here. We're going to raise the evaluations of our dual lands, but that does not put us over Warshrieker. It also doesn't put us over Arrowstorm, which is really late. But Warshrieker, I think, is better. It's widely considered the best common in the set by many pros. Warshrieker it is. We are in Jeskai Splash Black, which this pack has a lot of options for. Bloodfire Mentor, yes. Disdainful Stroke, yes. Harrier, yes. Valley Dasher, maybe. That's what we're looking at. I think the answer is Harrier over Bloodfire Mentor, with Disdainful Stroke being a third place finisher. Valley Dasher is obviously the do not pick me card, but Harrier? Oh, I guess we chose Harrier by default. Honestly, I was going to lean towards the Mentor just because we've had such great success with it in the past. All right, so now we're looking at Scaldkin. I think a lot of people play Summit Prowler. I hate it. Versus Morphs, you're unsure of where you are because you don't know if the Morph's going to be a 5/5. There's a lot of 5 toughness Morphs. I don't think we're going to play Skullkin, but I think it's better. All right, we're going to take Leaping Master over Monastery Flock. Rough decision, but we're going to go with the Flock here. And that really kind of changes us from a control deck, or sorry, from an aggro deck into a control deck. But then right after we have the choice between Expert and Behemoth. These are the decisions that make our deck for us, because it's these minor curve decisions that really turn us out. The reason we're going to go Behemoth over Expert is because it's a morph. That's the reason. Jeskai student's incredibly late. We'll take it. Leaping Master, fine. Siegecraft, sideboard. Forest, no. That's our pack 2. And we already have 22 playables with 4 dual lands. I wouldn't mind picking up one or two more black lands. Like we could pick a Nomad thingy. Oh man, Ride Down is one of my favorite uncommons in the set. It might be one of my favorite cards in the set. Ride Down is such an incredibly aggressive card, and it works wonderfully. You can not only 2-for-1, but you also get damage through. So when you're on the swing, your opponent plays something that's a combat trick on the defensive end that he thinks he's going to win. You just ride down his creature and just plow in there. It's such a good card. It's so cheap. I think, to me, this is one of the top cards in the set. I would first pick Ride Down. It's so strong. It's so aggressive. I love the aggression behind it. It's just a total FU card. We're going to take it. I mean, we all know what I'm thinking right now. We just got handed a bomb. Which is true. We absolutely did. We got handed Jeskai Ascendancy. We also got handed Jeskai Elder. We got handed Fixing. You know, I wish that sometimes draft could be just choose 4 cards out of your first pack and then pass and then skip the next 4 picks. I'm fine with that. This is the pack I would want to open. We've got Fixing, we've got Glacial Stalker, we've got Bondkin, we've got Elder, we've got Ascendancy. We're going to go with the Ascendancy, but oh my god, that pack was amazing for us. We're not going to run a second Trumpet Blast, but we do need some more evasion. So we're going to go with Kieran here, which is a great card. You gotta be effing kidding me. Armament Corpse going this late? Oh wow, we got Dead Drop, and we have Ponyback Brigade. We have Mystic of the Hidden Way. This is decision time, guys. We're going to stick to our colors. We're going to go with Mystic. But I'll tell you, Dead Drop, Armament Corpse, Ponyback Brigade, these cards should not be here at pick 5. This right here must have had like Foil Sorin accompanied by a glitched Foil Sarkhan with then a dual land in it, because a fetch land rather, because this pack is insane. Yeah, we're going to go with Mystic here. Looking at the Scoured Barons, I mean, Set Adrift, Canyon Lurkers, Mentor, Smite, they're okay cards. Let's just take the Fixing, get us further into black a little bit. And then we pick up a Smite if we want it here. Bloodfire Expert. Dragon's Eye is a highly sought after card in this format because of the defense, and that's making me consider it. We're going to move the Whirlwind Adept to the sideboard. The decision here is between Dragon Eye Savants and Smite the Monstrous. Let's lean towards Smite. We are getting some tough decisions at this point. There's not a lot in our colors. We could take Mardu Rough Rider, but that would add another black card. I don't think it's worth it. We're gonna go with Bloodfire Expert, but it's not the best card in the pack. And to be honest with you, that gives me an upset feeling. Oh, how does wow? How did that happen? What the hell pick is this? What's 28 plus 9? This is the 30. This is 7th pick in this pack, and we get a Raider spoils. You gotta be out of your effing mind. Holy shit! This makes me question every. You know what? Swiss drafts are for retards. We just have to take it. I can't pass that. We're not taking another Trumpet Blast. We're taking Monastery Flock. Done. Let's take a Smite, I guess. I don't know. Oh my god. Sage Eye Harrier goes very well with Raider Spoils. I think I'd play Raider Spoils over Crackling Doom. How? I don't understand how that happened. Take the Krumar into the sideboard. I don't want to play Canyon Lurkers. I am just dumbfounded. How did we get a 7th pick Raider Spoils? What the hell? Angleshanker's not a warrior. He's not a warrior. Not a warrior. You know, unfortunately, we might not end up running that, which seems bonkers. I mean, we got Take Up Arms, we got Sage Harrier, we got Horde Mate. We have to run it. I mean, Raider Spoils is one of the best uncommons in the set. And we're splashing black for Ankle Shanker and Crackling Doom. I have no idea. I have no words and no concept of what the F is going on in my surroundings right now. Maybe bring back. No, we don't have any warriors to play Chief of the Edge. We just went through that concept. You gotta be kidding me. How do we pick up I've drafted maybe 40 drafts of cons. I have no idea how we see a 7th pick Raider Spoils. And then we consider not running it. Is this reality? Alright, let's take out our fixing. I hate that it automatically mixes with the lands. I'm still a little bit new to the new MTGO. I'm a little bit used to the old one. I haven't been on for a few months, or maybe a few years, depending on how you look at it. Oh my god. What a deck we got. Alright, you know what? The good news is we only have to take 4 cuts. We have 3 black cards, and 2 possible black sources, and then we're going to run a swamp as well. Okay. It's not the end of the world. I actually really like the polluted delta in this deck because it gives us options. But we do have to make 3 cuts, and none of them are going to be the black cards. We're going to run Crackling Doom, Ankle Shanker, and Raider Spoils. We got Jeskai Charm and Ascendancy. We also have Warden of the Eye with Ride Down, keeping those, keeping War Shrieker, keeping Trumpet Blast. How the Horde, you know what? Sort by mana cost and then break them down by creatures, because we have 17 creatures. We could stand to lose 1 or 2. Which 1 or 2? That's an excellent question. Sage Eye Harrier. No, I want to bring it back because it's a warrior. We're going to lose a Smite. And we are going to lose... I don't want to lose a Jeskai Master because it allows us to raid into Horde Chief. Let's sort this out for morphs. This is what we look like otherwise. Do I drop the Crackling Doom? That can be a pretty serious card in the long game. We don't have a Treasure Cruise. We were actually hoping to draft Howl of the Horde into Treasure Cruise. That would be insane. You draw 9 cards with Raid, I think? How has this not happened before? Howl of the Horde into Treasure Cruise? But we did not end up with the Treasure Cruise that we wanted. That's kind of a big deal. And I don't see any instance that we could Howl the Horde into. So we're going to lose Howl the Horde. I didn't see that coming though. I really did expect us to Howl the Horde into some kind of triple Treasure Cruise. I really did. So we are Jeskai Splash Black. We're splashing black for Ankle Shanker, Raider Spoils, and Crackling Doom. We could stand to lose some 3s. Some 3-drops. Let's lose a Monastery Flock. We'd only need 1. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 morphs. And as far as creatures that can be played with War Shrieker, we've got 5, 6 with Horde Chief. We have Crackling Doom. We have 2 Ward Shriekers. That's a notable accomplishment right there. Especially because we're splashing black. We can actually War Shrieker into one of our black cards if we don't have a black source. Because I think we're only going to be running a Swamp and a Scoured Barrens plus Polluted Delta. That's going to be our black sources. What is our last cut here? It's going to be Horde Mate, because the only things we can bring back are Student and Master. See you, Horde Mate. You just don't make it. I'm sorry. So let's add some basic lands. We're only going to run 1 Swamp. Add to deck. That brings us to 39. Bring in the Windscarred Crag, the Tranquil Cove, the Swiftwater Cliffs, and the Polluted Delta. We have 1 Swamp, and we have the Scoured Barrens. Just going to remove a Plains. And let's drop 2 lands here. Let's drop a Plains, because we've got 2 here, both a blue-white and a red-white. Let's drop a Mountain just because we haven't dropped one yet. So that brings us down to 41 cards with 18 lands and 15 creatures. Sort by Converted Mana Course. Combine. And then we need to adjust for morphs. Get over there. And that, oh, no, come here, Mystic. This is what our deck looks like. So we are Jeskai, splashing black for Ankle Shanker, and Crackling Doom, and Raider Spoils. And we have 2 Shriekers to get us there, along with a Polluted Delta, a Scoured Barrens, and a single Swamp. Okay. I'm actually really happy with how this draft went. But then again, I was also happy with our last Mardu draft, and we ended up going 1-2. So, congratulations to Mensch for going 2-1. He's the only person we beat. This is our Mensch note. And we're going to crush that up. Put it behind us. Mensch, RIP. Let's kick some ass. I think we're going to the finals with this deck. Alright. I'll see you round one.